Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Zach's Credit Card Guide. We've got a pretty interesting story to talk about this week. We're going to do a review of the Capital One Spark Cash card, and then we've got a pretty interesting development. So first, just some basics about the card. There's not a lot to talk about. This is from Capital One. It's one of their business card offerings, and this is their cashback card. Now it earns you 2% cash back on everything you buy, and it normally has a $95 annual fee. Now currently the offer is the annual fee is waived, so it's a no-brainer to pick up if you can qualify for it. And currently the sign-up bonus is $500 cash back for spending $4,500 in the first 3 months. Now the bonus on this card in the past has gone into the four figures. It has been seen with $1,000, even $2,000 as a sign-up bonus, but as you can imagine, the minimum spend to hit that is pretty obnoxious. So for most of us regular folks, small-time businesses, maybe it's just you as a freelancer or something like that, this might be a little bit more reasonable to hit. And it is from Capital One. You do need to have excellent credit, so I would think upper 700s, you should be fine. Now Capital One is a little bit more conservative, so if you've got a lot of inquiries or a lot of new accounts, you may not get approved. There's really no hard rule for this. You'll just kind of have to apply and see what happens. Now, as far as benefits on the card, not a lot. They've got some basic purchase protection and extended warranty, but that's really about it. There's no foreign transaction fees, so if you did take it out of the country while traveling, you'd be fine there. But aside from that, that's pretty much it. Now, like I said, currently the offer is the annual fee is waived. That's typically $95. So in year 2, you'll have to decide if it's worth it to you. You need to spend about $400 a month just to break even on that annual fee. So you'll just have to cross that bridge when you get there. Now, what's interesting about this card and why I wanted to talk about it now is that when we've talked about business cards in the past, most of them do not report to your personal credit. So what that means is you can open up a business card from, say, Chase or American Express, for example. There's a few others, but you can open up their business cards, and aside from the initial inquiry, they will not show up on your credit report at all. So no ongoing balance or anything like that. But on the other side, there's no good payment history or anything, so you don't get any of the benefits of having the card, but there are some drawbacks to having cards report on your personal credit. So for instance, if you're running a business, you might have high utilization. You might need to buy new equipment, you might need to buy inventory, and you're gonna have all of that on your credit line. That can screw up your personal credit report. It can make your personal utilization look really high. If somebody pulled your credit, they'd say, well, why do you have hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt? You've got like 80% utilization on this card. That might be completely normal for your business, but it makes it look like it's you personally. So that's a real downside of having a business credit card report to your personal credit bureau. Now, there's only a few banks that do it that way. Typically, Capital One is one of them. But what's interesting is last fall, and I didn't see this, I didn't really see anybody talking about this, specifically the Capital One Spark Cash, this card that we're talking about, this one specifically will no longer report to your personal credit bureau. Now also, it's only for new accounts opened after October 20th. So if you have an old one, that's still going to report. But now anybody who applies for this specific card with Capital One, it's no longer going to report to your personal bureau. Now I don't know why they're singling out only this one and only new accounts. Maybe they're just testing it, because Capital One, again, all the rest of their business cards will show up on your personal credit report like any other card. So maybe they're just testing it. Maybe they're trying to see the light and realize this is a really shitty thing to do, is put people's business cards on their personal credit report. I don't know why they would ever do that. Now, one thing is that with a lot of these cards, even the ones that don't routinely report to your personal credit bureau, they will report bad stuff. So like if you default or miss payments or something like that, those will get reported. Pretty much everybody across the board does that. And that's the same with this one too. So like I said, if you run up the card and just stop paying it or something like that, they will report that stuff. But overall, this is a positive development. You don't want business cards on your personal report for those reasons we talked about. It can just look really weird, and it looks like you're doing stuff that for your business is totally fine, but for normal people would set off alarms everywhere. Now, when you get to year 2 and you're looking at that $95 annual fee, because it doesn't report to your personal credit bureau, there's no harm in just canceling it. That's one of the good things about it not reporting. But if you want to keep it open and keep that relationship with the bank, but maybe you don't want to pay that annual fee, there is a no annual fee version of this card that gets 1.5% everywhere. But I could not find any reports that their policy had changed for that card. So you could potentially product change into that one, and then it starts reporting. I don't know what would happen because this is such a new policy, and everything I could find only talks about the Cash Spark. The 1.5% one is the Cash Spark Select, and it doesn't look like their policy applies to that one. So you'll just have to decide what to do in year 2. But that's the story this week, guys. Pretty interesting change. I hope Capital One spreads this to the rest of their business portfolio. This is a great way to go. It's way more customer friendly, especially for freelancers and sole proprietors, just regular folks who are trying to do a business on the side or maybe go full-time freelance. It just makes it so much easier to not have all of this stuff jacking up your personal credit. What I want to know from you guys is, what do you think about this? Do you have one of the old Cash Spark? Like, have you had one for a couple years? What do you think about this change? Maybe call them and see if what they can do for you to get it off your report. I have no idea how they will handle it. I think you'd probably have to close it and reopen it or something like that. But what do you guys think about this change? Let everybody know down below. If you guys have any other comments or questions, please do leave them down below in the comments. I try to get to every single one. If you'd like to get in touch, here's my social media links, which you can find down in the description as well. And last, before we go, guys, if you enjoy straightforward, to the point content like this where we talk about credit card points and miles, please make sure to leave the video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Pretty easy and free ways to help support the channel. That's all I've got for you this time, guys. See you at the next one. Hey, thanks for watching. Make sure to drop a comment down below and give the video a thumbs up. Here's some other videos that I think you'll really like. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future videos, and I'm on Facebook and Twitter as well. See you at the next one.